Okay, here's a video coming up. I guess Facebook was fined $35 million for campaign contribution violations. So there are laws about how a entity or a corporation or an individual can use money to benefit a campaign of particular parties. Anyway, Facebook obviously is left-leaning, very left-leaning, and they were just slapped with a $35 million fine from a judge. Judge was not happy, and I guess tripled the normal occurrence. So it was $10,000 per instance, and I think he tripled that, so that would be $30,000 per instance. So do the math, $35 million fine. That was a hell of a lot of campaign violations. But check this video out and tell me what you think.
Meaning that for the 822 violations, Meta is required to pay $30,000 each. In total, that amounts to $24.66 million. And then, outside of just this penalty, Meta has also been ordered to reimburse the legal fees incurred by the Attorney General's office in pursuing this case, which amounts to an additional $10.5 million. Meaning that when all is said and done, these campaign violations add up to $35 million, which, as the Attorney General pointed out in his statement, is the largest campaign finance violation in American history. Here's specifically what he wrote as a part of his statement after the judge ruled in the case. Quote, "The court granted my request for Facebook to face the maximum $24.6 million penalty for intentionally violating Washington's campaign finance law 822 times. This is the largest campaign finance penalty ever imposed, not just in Washington, but anywhere. Interestingly, the second largest campaign finance penalty ever is $9 million, which was secured against GMA this year." Meaning that this new fine levied against Facebook is quite literally 4 times the previous record. And so what this appears to be, at least to me, is emblematic of what's happening across America right now, which is that, as an example, on the one hand, you have a company like Pfizer, who has quite literally paid the largest healthcare fraud settlement in US history, but despite that fact, you can't question their studies, you can't question their intentions, you can't question their motives, and in many cases, you quite literally have to take their new product in order to keep your job.